Hi, it's Nicholas. Thanks for joining into TMR Now. I'm going to take you through a series of rotator cuff exercises. They're not the most dazzling or enjoyable things. In fact, I would say mute me and put on a great track of music that is uplifting, because that will be way more enjoyable. Take a lay down on your side. It's really better if you have some hand weights and anything from 1 to 5 kilos on a good day will be useful to building your upper body strength and your rotator cuff endurance. Elbow tucks in, form a right angle, elbow to shoulder, and you're just going to rotate and close. Now there are far more functional exercises to be doing. Aren't I selling this so well? But this is a great foundation which will lead you into increased shoulder stability and the ability to withstand training at a higher volume. It's also useful for people who are quite mobile in their joint and just need to build some endurance at a very simple level. And you can tailor this with adding extra weights as you need. I'm going to take it into a punch. And I'm trying to come back to more or less the same shape. So a right angle. I'm just doing 5 or 6 because I filmed several workouts and my body is turning to mush. I would start with 5 or 6 because there are actually a lot of exercises here. Let's put them together. Rotate, punch, bend, and drop. It's very soothing, isn't it? Reach for the stars, little child. Oh, that's creepy. Okay, and rotate and punch. In and down. Now we're all shaped differently through our shoulder and middle back. So I'm not going to tell you to pull your shoulder blades into a certain direction or make them static and tug them anywhere. I want you to feel that they're alive, that as your arm moves, your blade swings around on the back of your rib cage. It's supposed to move. It'd be great if you weren't kind of hunched in and being sucked down into the ground, but I'll take what I can get. From here we make a change. The arm comes down to the hip without rolling forward, and then you pull back up. I like to imagine a rainbow. How sweet. And I start low, and I come just to midway, just to the center of the rainbow. And then all the way overhead, up to the pot of gold. It's hard to control this bit. Excuse me. This is going overhead is the start of a whole new ball game of shoulder control. If this is not for you, you can always drop the weight or the lima beans, kidney beans, the 4-bean mix, and go without additional load. Even only 500 grams will make quite a difference. New exercise, so the arm is up now. Straight arm carries forward, pop, and then picks back up. And again, ding, ding, ding. Control that weight dropping and lift it up. And again. And control that drop. Have a look here. Turn the milk carton down. Rotate back and come up. When you lower the arm to the floor, the palm is facing the floor. But what about if you turn the arm in the shoulder socket, the armpit, so your thumb is down, and then you spin it the other way, and then you bring it up. Straight arm lowers, straight arm twists inward, twist outward, and lifts. 2 more, please. Like I said, keep it to low reps and try and get through the whole series without the deltoid or rotator cuff burn. And I'm just reminding you that there are far more functional things to do, but this is just a great start. If nothing else, it will help you become familiar with where your rotator cuff is. There's definitely the physiotherapy muscle of the 90s. We're just going to take a little break. And we'll just run through what we've done already because I've forgotten. But we did robot arm first. So simple rotation. We added a punching action, and then we made a little medley and we put them together. So rotation into the punch. Then we looked at straight arm going down for the bottom half of the rainbow. We added the top half of the rainbow, and of course you can do the whole rainbow. We came back and we looked at just a down and an up. And then we added internal rotation screwdriver action at the bottom. And from here, you can then look at a full arm circle. I couldn't help myself. I have to do it here. I think I'll do this. I felt very lopsided. Let's look at 5 of the robot arm rotations. So working the humerus, the long arm, upper arm bone in the armpit and shoulder socket, just getting that rotation. Thinking of a screwdriver into the center of your armpit. The next exercise is the punching, where you go straight up to the ceiling and then you try and keep the hand still in space. Bend your elbow towards your hip and then punch up and pull down. Now this series I have taken inspiration from, well actually I've directly stolen it, but with credit to the Australian Ballet School where I worked for 4 years. And I think it came from my predecessor, Mark Cassidy, who was a fantastic dancer in the company for many years and is actually a classically trained or aligned Pilates teacher now in Perth. So if you're in Perth, look up Mark. We combined, rotate, and up. I should stop talking, right? Start counting. Never going to happen. So we combine that short lever, we press out long lever, we bend it in, and we close it. Let's just do one more. I am closing my eyes for a reason, and I guess that's me imagining things. Straight arm, lower down, bottom half of the rainbow, and then pick it up. I'm not imagining the world of long haul travel and beauty halls overseas and landmarks, or seeing people for brunch and not having restrictions. I'm actually imagining how my arm sits into my shoulder socket, top half, and how the web of muscles that form my rotator cuff and shoulder supporters are working all in different places in different ways right now. It's really remarkable how the arm stays in the bloody socket while you do things. It's so cool. And one thing that keeps coming to mind, let's do the whole rainbow, keeps coming to mind is that you can't be rigid in how you hold shoulder. And with that rigidity comes tension. So if you're always telling yourself, sit up, you've got bad posture, you're a bad dog. No, I'm just joking. It's not really sustainable or useful. So it is okay to have terrible posture throughout the day. It is okay to look like, as my ex-mother-in-law used to say, to have the posture of a shopping bag full of custard. Variability is the key to health, especially in the musculoskeletal system. You can quote me, because I've forgotten what we're doing. Straight arm goes down and up. Straight arm goes down and up. See, now you're regretting that I decided to film the other side. Tough. I have, I'm sure you're interested. I'm here to ask you now to add the milk carton pour out, rotate in, rotate back, and lift. I learnt different iterations of this series when I was about 18, 19, and I had my second foray into Pilates, but I wasn't quite serious about it yet. I just remembered that on the other side, I might have actually lifted up an internal rotation and then pivoted, just giving you another option. So you lower down, you can do a screwdriver both ways here, or you can actually go down, weight down. Now spin it the other way, so your thumb's up,
and come up that way. I didn't do that on the other side, but just some extra options if you need some more challenge. Spin, spin, lift. So I had some rotator cuff issues when I was, let's say, a young adult. And these types of exercises combined with general Pilates stability work and breathing made it just an enormous difference and really transformed how I thought about my body. And I hope they're useful for you. I think we went into, I don't remember, it's no surprise, but we'll go forward. While we're here, we'll lift up and circle, which I talked about but didn't demonstrate, I don't think. Forward. Now, if you have any feedback about the fact that I can't count, I don't remember things, I want you to send the correspondence to Locked Bag 699 Nunawading, Channel 10 Studios, Victoria. Okay? You're welcome. Growing up in Adelaide, I thought, gosh, Nunawading just sounds so exotic. Reverse, rainbow, pivot, forward. Thumbs up, rainbow, flat to the floor, lift, turn. And in terms of technique, while we're doing this, what I'd like you to think about is as the hand arcs overhead, without you doing a big scoop out of your shoulder, I definitely think kind of my shoulder goes away from my hand a little bit. And then about here, the blade picks up and my shoulder naturally elevates. Don't try and hypercorrect that. That's just what it does. So my shoulder drops down to lift my arm horizontally, and then it comes with me and it goes around. That's great to have that little quirky lift. And I think we're done. So as I said earlier, if you want to progress that, add weight and then build your way up to doing that even in a side plank. How crazy. Have a lovely night. Bye.